Lynch and Taco shows. The good, the bad, and the ugly. The highlights and, unfortunately, the lowlights that stood out this past week in the vast sea we call humanity.
101.1 WJRR Orlando's Rock Station. This hour of the Lynch and Taco Show brought to you by our Offshore Fiasco, our annual fishing trip with you. It is going to be on August 23rd. Orlando Princess out of Port Canaveral, and it will be available for you to lock in and buy your spot, your space or spaces, starting Tuesday morning at 7.
Right there at our website, WJRR.com. Goes live for sale, 7 a.m. on Tuesday. Hold on one sec. My mic's whacking. All right, I think I got it. But, so 7 a.m. Tuesday at our website. This sells out every year in a matter of hours, so hopefully you make it aboard.
Yeah, make a note somewhere, mentally write it down, put it in your phone notes, whatever, if that's something you really want to be in on. Act quickly.
Or if your wife or husband wants to go, tell them.
Once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
All right, let's sift through the bad stack, and it's thick. I'm making no bones about it, so I'm hoping you can offset things here on the good side of things, Taco.
No, I
do have the power flusher ready from your bathroom to flush all this bad away. At the top of my stack, I got this lunatic out of Chicago, this Elias Rodriguez, who gunned down and killed the 2 young Israeli embassy workers in Washington, D.C. the other night as they were coming out of a museum. Young couple the guy had just bought an engagement ring and was going to pop the question to her next week in Israel, and because this Elias Rodriguez has a problem with Israel and Jews in general, he decided they needed to die as he yelled "Free Palestine."
Piece of garbage. Move on. We got to go quicker on these bad ones. Oh.
One of the suspects in that Brevard County gunfight outside of that store that ended up with a toddler and a stroller getting shot was apprehended in Atlanta yesterday morning. 17-year-old Jamarcus Edwards, another lovely human being.
Your future's bright, sir. Go back to jail where you deserve.
This crazy story in Davenport, I'm going to try to make sense of this one. 43-year-old man shot and killed his adult stepson Wednesday night in Davenport after the stepson's 9-year-old brother grabbed a gun following an argument over the video game Fortnite. Mm-hmm. Kelly Agar Garcia arrested on charges of second-degree murder and unlawful storage of a firearm. According to the Davenport cops, Garcia and his wife were in their home with their 3 biological sons, who are 9, 11, and 26. Police say the 9-year-old was in his oldest brother's upstairs bedroom playing Fortnite, which was not allowed by his parents. The child's mother disciplined the 9-year-old by taking his cell phone, which upset the boy, who then took a 9mm handgun out of the nightstand drawer in his parents' bedroom. The parents struggled with the boy over possession of the gun, and Garcia was able to wrestle it from him. The 26-year-old Azriel Martinez then entered the room and noticed that his 9-year-old brother was in an agitated state. And this is when he and this is just nuts from top to bottom.
You explained it right at the beginning. We got it. The kid that got a gun because of the game that he wasn't supposed to be playing. The older brother took it, shot and then the stepdad or whatever shot him with it.
How about also Osceola County, the employee at Checkers who fatally shoots and kills a customer that they were arguing with over a food order? That would be 23-year-old Elijah Mackey. First-degree murder charges.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Over fast food.
We talked about this arrest earlier in the week. Dorico Montrez Hill is the suspect arrested on a burglary charge in battery on a person 65 years of age or older. They scooped him up late Tuesday at the Brookdale Senior Living Facility. He was trying to break into this joint, much as he was suspected of doing and being the one responsible for doing that at Harbor Chase and battering the 90-year-old woman. That story. So they've now got this guy in custody. Sounds like breaking into old folks' homes and battering them is his thing.
Mm-hmm. And I hope he gets battered when he makes it to prison.
Polk County. How about the 18-year-old Moses Ojeda, who stabbed an 81-year-old man at a group home 118 times because he didn't think the suspect was going to live much longer. Or, I mean, the victim was going to live much longer.
Yep. That was honestly what he told authorities.
Some sort of group home, 118 times. We got a guy in Brevard County charged with animal cruelty after video surfaces of Justin Hedner charged with felony animal cruelty after security footage showed him choking and hitting his dog. Who chokes their dog out?
Come on.
And then finally,
good news.
Before we flush all this, 2:20 in the morning last weekend, Brevard man arrested for going 118 miles per hour while drunk in his car with his kids ages 1 and 8 asleep in the back seat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember you talking about that one.
Espinoza.
All right. This is the toilet the actual toilet at my house. We call it the power flusher. I have 2 of them there. Let's go ahead and flush all these bad away so we can get to the good people.
Commercial flushing apparatus in a residential setting. That is some serious suction right there.
Sheer power. Now let's go to the
twice as nice, Taco.
Oh, yeah. Twice as nice, third time's a charm. All right. We got some pals coming up. Because Sesame Street has a new home after an unusual deal. Yeah, Sesame Street. Where's it going, Pat?
It is going to Netflix.
Pow! Exactly. Thank you, Netflix, for stepping
after,
up.
After Warner Discovery HBO abandoned it, said, we're not doing this thing anymore.
We're going to do something that's good for kids, so nope. Well, you know what? Netflix will.
And they're still going to make it available, new episode, same day on PBS stations for those who don't have Netflix.
Yep, because they're doing good things there. Pal! We have a West African man that became a kung fu master, and he brings Chinese martial arts and meditation back home. So, West African learns kung fu to the point where he's a master, a kung fu master, like Mr. Miyagi. Wax on, wax off. Brings it back to meditate and do kung fu. Not at the same time. That would be weird. Okay. We have
counterintuitive, even maybe.
Hey, how about so check it. Trees can now warn us, Pat, when volcanoes are ready to erupt. You want to know how? Because they warm up, right? When a volcano
trees warm up.
Yeah, because the volcano's gonna erupt soon. The trees warm up, and then NASA satellites read their signals that the trees are warm, and they go, oh no, the big one's coming. Get the inhabitants out of there.
What if it's just summer?
No, it's a different kind of warmth because it's volcanic. Pow! They got some here about frogs. It's too invasive for me.
What?
This stray dog has changed somebody's life, Pat. A stray dog that was rescued from the streets visits dozens of countries now. Okay, it was living on the streets, right?
Yeah.
And it went from street, it had street cred. It went from living on the streets, being, homeless pretty much. And then this lady who, quote, never even liked dogs, took it in, and she travels all over the world just as her hobby. So now the dog's like hitting the whole world route. Pow! And she's a dog lover. Maybe there's hope for me.
I was thinking the same thing.
No, I love dogs.
Poor
as long as I don't own one.
Yes.
We have an update on the. You remember the fisherman? I don't know if it's an update. The guy that used the drone to save the person stuck in the
Pensacola Beach.
Yeah, I don't know if you said this first time because I was
not listening,
3/4 way listening normal because I'm manning text line and I'm like a cat. Just
understand totally. Yes.
So did you know that guy couldn't swim anyway?
I did.
Yeah. No, seizures barred that. So pow, that's awesome. And then that's some kids doing good stuff, but. If you have bladder issues, we've got surgeons that perform the world's first human bladder transplant at UCLA. So that guy, he's gladder with a better bladder. Pow!
They cleaned that thing out first from the previous user?
I don't know what happened. You'd have to watch it. Snowy owls are kept safe from jets at the Boston airport. You know, Pat, where the terrorists hop board. There were a few that went through that Boston joint, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Remember, because we flew out of there the week before.
Yeah.
Crazy. Anyway, they did this research and figured out how to keep these owls in a safe place because the snowy owls kept getting sucked into jets. What do you call that?
Ingested
into jets. Now they have a safe place. It's not like the cry rooms in college, but it's safe. Pow! For the snow owls. Let's call that one Pals. And just because I am... there's this guy who listens to you talk about anything. He doesn't charge a dime, and he's coming to a town near you. It's just this guy that has the sign that said, I will listen. And it's like you're cared about, I will listen. I think he's trying to take a life coach's job, so no pal for you, Johnny, on the spot. He just sits there and listens to people. Oh, wow, that would suck. Texas, look at this. Texas Roadhouse, right?
Yeah.
We've eaten there. Solid food. Guess what they did? They cooked a dog's last meal. The owner was blown away by the restaurant's care. This dog was, gonna, I guess, have its last meal. I don't think it did crimes or anything. I think it was the last meal, like it was gonna have to be euthanized. So Roadhouse found out and cooked this massive meal of steaks, and it looks like maybe some potatoes.
Your dog wants steak.
Hey, that's it. And you ready? That dog got it right before he got,
Is that the joint where you throw the peanut shells on the floor?
Yeah. Yeah. Right before he went to the farm. So, bless you, dog, and bless you, Texas Roadhouse. Pow!
Is that it?
Yeah, I said I was closing with that.
Right,
Come on, you got to listen.
Yeah, I just you never know with you. Lynch and Taco's commercial-free Workday Rock Block coming up next.
Lynch and Taco on demand. Download the iHeartRadio app.